Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. We'll spend the next hour and a half together every Saturday morning. Good morning, Christian. And so, the word that I was thinking of on my way up here from my downstairs studio is zombie. Very strange word, zombie. So, I'll explain that in a minute. So, let's get started on our practice. Going to do some warm-up exercise, starting the first part, which has to do with meditation on the feeling of the body. So let's come back to the body. Focus on the lower back. Stretch your spine. Focus on the top of a shoulder. Open the shoulder and then relax the shoulder. Focus on the back of the neck. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in the chin. And now focus on the center of a palm. Bring up my hands together with your mind. Focus on the wrists. Going to do some joint exercise, warming up this body, but at the same time, get our mind into the zone, right? Focus on the wrist. Focus on the feeling of the wrist. Focus on the changes of the wrist. Any heat, sweat, numbness, pain, tightness, any kind of feeling. Focus on that. Now go the other way. Continue to focus on that. Continue to check your mind. Your mind likes to be somewhere else. So as soon as you discover that your mind is actually somewhere else, invite it back. Invite it back onto your body. And now we're going to lower our hands. Come back to the lower back. Stretch your spine. Come back to the top of a shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Come back to the forehead. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in the chin. Back to the center of the palm again. Bring up the hands together with your mind. Bring it up to the shoulder level. And now we're going to focus on the elbow, creating some heat energy in the body, improving the circulations in the body. And now we're going to go the other way. Continue to focus on the elbow. And now we're going to lower our hands. And again, open up the body. Open up the shoulder. Relax. And now we're going to learn to lean forward. Focus on the lower back. And as you lean back, I want you to keep the hip in place and feel the stress on the left and the right on the lower back as you lean back. This puts a little bit of stress on the adrenal gland, preventing any stress hormone from being released. And then now I want you to think about how we are going from the wrist to the elbow and then to the shoulder. Once again, come back to the center of the palm, bring up the hands, crossing the hands, bring it up. Stretch. Open the shoulder, feel the shoulder, come down with the hand, relax, bring it back up, focusing on the center of the palm, stretch. Open that shoulder, bring it back down, relax, bring it back up again, stretch. Open that shoulder, bring it back down, relax, bring it back up again, stretch. Open the shoulder, bring it back down again. One last time, bring it up, stretch, come down with your mind, center the palm, relax. Now we're going to go the other way. Open that shoulder, stretch, come down, open that shoulder, stretch, and then come down. Open that shoulder, stretch, and then come down. One last time. Open that shoulder, stretch, and then come down. Open the shoulder again. Relax. Focus on the center of the palm. Bring it up in the front. Now get ready for some pain. Pain is good. Pain is practice. Bring it up. Open that shoulder as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center of the hand. Open. Feel the pain, accept that pain, let go of the pain, come back, bring it up, open that shoulder, bring it back down, bring it up, open that shoulder, bring it back down. One last time, open that shoulder, feel the pain, let go of the pain, come back to the center of the palm. Sit up straight, open the shoulder, put the hands as far back as you can, bring it up, stretch, and then come down. All the way back, stretch, and then come down. All the way back, stretch, and then come down. All the way back, bring it up, stretch, and come down. Now we're going to rest. As soon as you finish your energetic exercise, you need to spend equal amount of time on your restorative part of your body. Hang on just a second. So now I want you to focus on breath. Focus on your breath, one breath at a time. What's going on? Okay, you guys just rest a little bit. I have a little bit of problem on my Zoom session, so I gotta figure this one out. Okay, just give me a second. I got too many technology here. Looks like all my Chinese students are. Sorry about that. See if I could rescue this. Just pay attention to your breath. Okay. Okay, I am not going to fix that right now. All right. Now continue. Open that shoulder, relax that shoulder, left hand in front, right hand stretch out. Focus on the right hand, bring it all the way around, and feel that pain as far back as you can. Accept that pain, let go of the pain. Left hand, one at a time, one at a time, to the right, one at a time, to the left, one at a time, to the right, one at a time, to the left. Feel it, accept it, and then just let it go. Right hand, feel it, accept it, and then just let it go. Left hand, feel it, accept it, and then just let it go. One last time, feel it, accept it, and then just let it go. So yesterday, I teach 6 classes a week. This is the last class of the week on Saturday morning. And the one before that was Friday afternoon. Usually we have morning classes. Only time we have afternoon class is on Friday afternoon. And because it happens to be morning time in Asia, and we have a group of students, young student from Malaysia, who has been joining us. And so yesterday I talked about how children are young people, no, not children, but young people tend to be very, very cruel and critical of each other. And I talk about how until I was 17 years old, I was wearing glasses. I wear contacts now. Very, very bad eyesight, actually. So my driver license would say that I'm legally blind if I don't wear corrective lenses. And so I grew up for 17 years. People have a nickname for me, call me Four Eyes. Typical, right? And so I said, that it's very, it hurts that people, when people will make up names for you, and as you growing up, it hurts. And so this simple exercise about the shoulder is actually the beginning of that practice, where you just have to accept those insults. You feel it, you accept it, and then you just have to say to yourself, but that's not me. That is not me. And you just let it go. And otherwise you would be hurt even more by your own emotions as a result of somebody else's emotion, right? So that's what the practice is all about. Okay, so we'll continue. So why did I choose the word zombie this morning? Well, what is a zombie? A zombie is a fictional, hopefully, a fictional character, but a zombie is not a living being, right? It's something else, right? But it might be a living being, who knows? But at least it's a living being that has no life force, otherwise known as chi. So, what is life force? I talk about this all the time. We think about chi as energy, as if the chi comes from the food that we consume. It's not it. Chi is not the energy that comes from the food that we consume. It comes indirectly from that. If you didn't consume food, you wouldn't have this living body, and you have nothing to do with chi, right? Chi is actually the energy, the living energy that comes from the universe. And if you don't let it come through your body, if it doesn't circulate through your body 24 hours a day, then you are basically a zombie. You're basically a living dead. And that's what we're doing here, is that we're really doing our best to make sure that we are part of the living universe, that the energy that is part of the universe will come through us, because otherwise we are just living dead. It is very scary to think about that, right? But we're no different than a zombie then. And that's why we do what we do. All right, so we'll continue. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Now lift up your right arm, make a fist, and then just go up and come back, up, come back, sit up straight, down, sit up straight, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. One last time. Up, up, down, down. Now open the shoulder. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So now we're going to sit for about 5 minutes. Let me figure out if. Okay, so let me figure out what's going on. There you go. All right, they're here. Okay, good. Okay, just give me 1 second. Oh man. Okay, we're back. All right. So we're gonna sit for 5 minutes. I might have said it wrong. 5 minutes, and what we're gonna focus on is the body. We're gonna contemplate on the body, contemplate on the feeling of a body. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide our body into 7 parts. The first part are the legs. So if you sit on the chair, I want you to feel the bottom of your feet, and then feel your knee. Make sure that the bottom of your feet is right underneath your knee. If you sit like I do, then I want you to feel your knee and your thigh, and perhaps your your um, your lower part of your leg as you sit on your yoga mat. I want you to adjust that so that you're nicely firmly on the ground, as if they're the pedestal for the rest of your body. The rest of your body is the bell. Now, the second part of your body are your hands. I want you to feel your fingers. Relax your fingers. I want you to feel your wrists. Relax your wrists. I want you to feel your elbow. Relax your elbow. Now I want you to put your hands on your knee, on your thigh, on your calf, somewhere. Just don't lift it up. Don't put any stress on your arm. Now it comes to the third part. The most important part is your spine. The spine is what connects between the earth and the heaven. I want you to focus on the lower back. I want you to rotate the hip forward but the upper torso back. So you feel the stress on the left and right side of your lower back, the adrenal glands. I want you to move up. Feel your spine as you move up, all the way up. Feel the back of your neck, and then go all the way to the top of the head. Now I want you to imagine taking the hair on top of the head and just pull your spines, and then hang the spine onto the ceiling, and then just relax. Your spine is like the clapper now on the bell, hanging straight down, not leaning forward, not leaning back. Now comes to the part of your shoulder. I want you to open that shoulder and then relax that shoulder, and then relax it some more, and then relax it some more. Now I want you to focus on the back of your neck. Feel the stress on the back of the neck. So we typically, the head is slightly forward, which means that we're putting a lot of stress on the muscle in the back of the neck. I want you to lean back the forehead, put the weight of the head on top of the spine until your ears is on top of the shoulder and the back of the neck is touching the collar. Now I want you to focus on the chin. Feel the stress on the both side of the neck, the front part of your neck. And then now lower your chin until the top of the head is on top of the spine again. Now comes to the last two, which are part of your face. First is the upper part of your face, your eyes. I want you to focus between the eyes, between the eyebrow. Relax that. Relax the forehead. And then relax your eyelid as if the baby is sleeping. Don't need to shut your eyes, just to relax your eyelid. So you can see a little bit of light coming through. You can see your eyelashes. Now I want you to look at your eyelid. See if you see some light coming through your eyelid, but you see a lot of like black clouds and dark stuff. As you practice and you start to purify your mind, you would notice a lot more bright light, and that's an indication of your progress. Now I want you to go to the lower part of your face, starting with your jaw. Relax your jaw, relax so you're not grinding your teeth. I want you to feel the inside of your mouth. Your mouth is dry or bitter. That means that you have a lot of stress hormone and it's shutting down your saliva glands. So I want you to close your mouth. I want you to put the tip of the tongue right between your teeth and your roof of the mouth. It's actually an energy point that is between the bottom of your nose and the upper part of your lip. I want you to just rest it there. Then I want you to feel the mouth again. And as soon as you feel that your mouth is wet again, that's a good sign. That means that now you are in rest and digest. I want you to feel your face, the stress on your face. I want you to try to lift up the corner of your mouth as if you're smiling. But that smile has to be genuine. It has to come from your heart. I want you to feel how grateful you are for yourself, for your health, for your family, for your neighbors, for the people who are there to protect and support you. And only with that gratitude would you be able to truly smile. So I want you to bring that smile to your face. And this is the proper sitting posture. Breaks it down to 7 support points. Now I want you to focus on each and every one of those one at a time. And when you get there, I want you to relax and then calibrate. Feel it. And whether it's good feeling or bad feeling, it doesn't really matter. Just feel it, accept it, and then let it go. And once you let it go, go to another part of the body, and then go to another part of the body. So let's practice on that for 5 minutes. This is called the contemplation of the feeling of the body. This is essentially what they do in the 10-day Vipassana course. Vipassana means observing internally, contemplating internally. You just sit quietly for 5 minutes. Keep checking your mind. Don't let your mind wander. Bring your mind back onto the body and then just feel your body. Open your eyes. So this is all about feeling, okay? Starting with the feeling of the body and then work towards feeling of the mind. But what's so difficult about feeling? We all know how to feel. So it's not just about feeling, it's about feeling without judging, okay? Feeling without judging is the building block for empathy, right? So empathy is actually something very, very difficult to do. It's easy to do what's called loving kindness, metta. Loving kindness is like when you fall down as a child, you run to your mom and your mom will just hug you. And that's just loving kindness, making you feel really, really good. And then you have what's called compassion. Compassion is not a good translation, but it's really the other part of loving kindness, which is that you actually go the next step, which is to try to solve the problem. That would be like, again, as a child, you hurt yourself, you run to your mom or your dad, and then they put a band-aid on you. Empathy is something else. Empathy is really understanding the person's feeling without judging and without letting that feeling affect yourself. It's much harder to do, much harder to do. Okay. And we all lack empathy, especially as a parent. We lack empathy because it's really hard when your child, especially if they're like 30 years old, they come to you with a problem. It is really hard for us not to jump and try to solve the problem, where in fact they're not really looking for a solution. They're just looking for someone to listen. And I'm not good at that. It's something that I need to practice. So that's what's called empathy. It's feeling without judging. Don't judge. Just feel it, accept it. Right? All right. So now we're going to start with the second part, which has a lot to do with relieving ourselves with stress. So it's winter time, and one of the things that happens in winter time for people who are of a certain age is that the cholesterol goes up. And cholesterol is one of the three things that we worry a lot about. That when we go to the doctor, that's the only thing they take care of is how's your cholesterol level, how's your blood sugar, and how's your blood pressure. Those are the three things, and they're numbers. And if your cholesterol, your bad cholesterol, your LDL is above whatever 100, here comes the drug. If your blood pressure is above that, here comes another one. And then, diabetes is another one that triggers a whole regimen of drugs. As you get older, you realize one thing, that you never take less drug, right? The doctors is like the drug dealers. They keep pushing those chemical onto you, and they never said, "Oh, you're actually improving now. It's okay. You don't need to take so much." No, they don't. They keep telling you to take more. One of the scary thing is that your body actually suffers from those drugs. So recently, I had to deal with cholesterol because I'm starting to have LDL, a little bit rising LDL. And my mom has been taking cholesterol a long time, and she's complaining about body ache and all kinds of discomfort. And so I said, well, I'm going to have to finally really study cholesterol. So I don't want to make this into our lecture, our discussion, discourse on cholesterol. The only thing I want to tell you is that cholesterol is like the first responder. They're the first one on the crime scene. They might be the first one that touches the knife that was stabbed into the victim. The fingerprints is all over the place, but we won't call them the murderer, right? Cholesterol is like that. They're the first responders. There's something wrong with your body, and the cholesterol are the first one that arrive in the crime scene to try to fix you. And then when you make the correlation between cholesterol and heart disease, you think that cholesterol is the problem. Cholesterol is not the problem. Cholesterol is there for a lot of reasons. We create almost 90% of cholesterol. The rest are actually consumed. Our body create 14, as many as 14 times the cholesterol if you eat 1 egg a day. So if you don't eat anything else, you just eat 1 egg a day, that amount of cholesterol multiplied by 14 times is the amount of cholesterol that your body actually creates, your liver creates. So why does your body need so much cholesterol? There are all kinds of reasons. One is stress. Cholesterol is the basic ingredients for cortisol. And so if your body creates a lot of cortisol, it would consume a lot of cholesterol, right? And if your body create a lot of cortisol, it's because your body is under a lot of stress. And if your body is under a lot of stress, it causes inflammations and oxidations in your blood vessel. And the cholesterol is the first responder. And if your stress level is very high, then they're accumulated inside of your body in these energy lines that are associated with the yin energy lines, like the angers are trapped into the liver energy lines, the anxieties are trapped into um, the splint energy line, right? And the fear and the sadness and all that are trapped. And so that makes you a zombie. That makes you a zombie because now the energy cannot, the energy from the universe cannot come through because of the stress. And so stress is the number one invisible killer. Okay. And so that's why I spend so much time on the second part, relieving ourselves of the stress, relieving our stress, also stress. Now, the way to relieve ourselves of the stress turns out that if you learn to be generous, now this is another word, generosity is a very good way. Generosity means that you go deep, deep inside and relieve those positive energies, something that we call metta, loving kindness. And you want to give that loving kindness to all beings. Be very generous. And that actually cure you, relieving yourself of all the fear, anxiety, and sadness. And except that when you do that, you first have to give that energy to yourself. So it's just like concentric circle. You have to take care of yourself first. Then you have to take care of your family. Then you have to take care of your neighbor. Then you have to take care of the rest of the world, right? One at a time. So this metta meditation, contemplation of loving kindness, start with yourself. Start with yourself. So that's what we're going to do. And now we're going to focus on the body, stretch your spine, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. We're going to bring up the hands and we're going to put the fingers on top of this energy point called the gate to the cloud. And now we're going to think of the upper torso, every part of the torso as part of the symphony, except that the elbow is the conductor. So we're going to lift up the elbow. And as you lift up the elbow, the shoulder goes with it. The entire body goes with the conductor, goes with the elbow. So you lift it all the way up until the shoulder is actually almost like touching your ear. Then you're going to take your your elbow and you're going to open that elbow, lift and bring it back. As you do that, you're going to open your shoulder. You feel the stress behind your shoulder as if you're squeezing a tennis ball. Then you're going to bring down your elbow and relax. Now you're going to bring your elbow forward. The conductor is going forward, so the rest of the body follows. And now you're going to hunch, looking down. Your back is slightly bent. And now you're going to lift up your elbow. As you lift up, I want you to take a deep breath with your nose, and then open. And then as you come down, I want you to breathe out with your nose. Go towards the front. Breathe in with your nose. Open, and then breathe out with your nose. Now, as you breathe in, I want you to feel the freshness of the air that comes in through your nostril. You feel that all that positive energy that is coming into your body, and then open as you come out. I want you to feel the stillness of the air that you're breathing out, as if you're relieving all the negative energy. So positive energy comes in, open, negative energy goes out. Now I'm going to be chanting. First, we're going to deal with ourselves, bringing the loving kindness to ourselves. Open, bring it down. And I want you to think with me, chant with me. So the first thing we're going to do is, may I be free from all animosity and negative energy. I want you to think it. And then I'm going to chant in Pali. Abhaya Humi. And then we're going to chant, may I be free from all mental suffering. Open, come down. Ayapaja Humi. Bring it down. As you come up, I want you to think this. May I be free from all physical suffering. Bring it down, breathe out. Anaga. May I be full of joy and protected with positive energy. Sukhi Atano Puri. Now that you have bring metta, loving kindness to yourself, you're ready to bring metta to your family, your neighbors, and the rest of the world. And here's is where I want you to practice generosity. May all beings be free from animosity and negative energy. Sabe Sattva Abhaya. May all beings be free from mental suffering. Sabe Sattva Abhaya. May all beings be free from physical suffering. Sabe Sattva May all beings be full of joy and protected with positive energy. Sabe Sattva Sukhi Atano Puri. Bring up the elbow, breathe in, open, bring down the elbow, breathe out. Breathe in all the positive energy. Let go of all the negative energy. One last time, breathe in, all the way up, all the way back, and then breathe out. Now lower your hand, relax, sit up straight, open that shoulder, and lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin, put the hand, your right hand on the left hand side of your head, and then bring the head towards the right. Fight it with your neck so the top of the head is still pointing to heaven. I want you to feel the stress on your neck, and then I want you to let go of all the stress slowly. Now take the left hand, put it on the right hand side, and then bring it to the left. Fight it with your neck, feel the stress on your neck, and then I want you to relax. Open that shoulder, sit up straight, put two hands, locking your fingers behind your head. I want you to rotate your head so you're at 45 degrees looking down at the floor. I want you to bring down your head, fight it with your neck, feel the stress on your neck, hold that stress, and then turn to the left, come back, turn to the right, hold it, hold the stress, come back in the middle, turn it to the left, come back to the middle, turn it to the right, and then come back in the middle. Feel the stress on your neck, and then now let it go, let it go, let go of all your stress. Let go of all your stress. Sit up straight, open that shoulder, relax the shoulder. Lean back the forehead, very relaxed. Now make clockwise circular motion to the right, to the front, to the left, to the back, to the right, to the front. Now I want you to go the other way, making counterclockwise to the right, to the back, to the left, to the front, to the right, and then now relax. Okay, so now we're going to learn to massage and different yang energy lines. So the first one we're going to work on is the gallbladder. The gallbladder is the protector of the liver, and the liver is the one that if you have any anger, it's stored in the liver. Okay, that's why when people have very high hot temper, you notice that if they have cancer cell in the body, the first thing is going to happen is that they're going to end up with liver cancer. Okay, so liver is the place where you trap all your negative energy associated with anger, and we're going to relieve that by working on its yang counterpart, which is the gallbladder energy line. We're going to open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back the forehead so the top of the head is facing the sky. Always make sure that the top of the head is facing the sky, because all the yang energy will eventually come to the top of the head. This is called the 100 meet. Now we're going to take both hands, lock the fingers, put that in the back. We're going to do a little bit of massage first using a thumb. So I want you to feel this cavity, and then there's a little bit of muscle above the cavity. It's actually right below the skull. And I just want you to massage that, relax, relax, okay? And a lot of stress is accumulated in here. So just relax that. Now I want you to take the right hand, put that on top of this. There's a piece of muscle, a tendon, and I just want to massage that. Massage it for now. Massage that. Massage, and take the left hand, massage the right hand side. So you know what, at least now you know where all the body parts are. Okay, so now I want to come back to the hand now. Now we don't want to massage. Now we want to do acupressure. So I want you to take the thumb again, put that on the top of these two cavities, one on each side. This is a very, very important energy point. This one is called the palm of the wind. Wind means something you can feel, but you can't see, nor smell, nor taste. So this is nerve. Now I want you to sit up straight, top of the head pointing the sky again. Let the life energy flow through you from the earth to the heaven. And then I want you to take the thumb and just press it down as if you're pinching the rubber hose. Pinch the rubber hose, hold it, and then very gently let it go. Now take the right hand, put that on the left hand side. Use 4 fingers, push it down. And then I want you to move your right hand towards the right, and you feel that piece of muscle. And I just want you to tug on that piece of muscle, yank it to the right hand side. Don't use too much force. And then relax. Same thing on the other side. Push it down with the fingers, and then feel this piece of muscle here, and just pull that piece of muscle towards the left, and then relax. Okay. So this is one of the 3 energy points that are associated with the blood flow into your head. This one, and then the temple, and then the top of the head. Right. So we're going to work on all that. So if you're doing this for the first time, after you do it for a while, you don't feel it so much. But if you do it for the first time, you feel a little tingling on top of the head. Okay, so the energy is actually going up. So now is a good time to do some massage. Open, relax. Again, top of the head facing the sky, very important. Take 10 fingers. We're going to use the meaty part of that. We don't use the nail. Put that on your forehead, the thumb on the side, and then we just massage the head. But as you massage, I want you to bring your loving kindness and give it to your big brain. That's the one responsible for all your analytical. And then the back of the brain, that's responsible for all your memory. And then the little brain, which is right below that, and then that's the one responsible for all your motor functions. I want you to think about how grateful you are of this body, and taking care of your brain is very important. Okay, and now we're going to do some tapping on top of the head, but it's not just about the head. It's really about the whole intelligence system, including your spine. So you need to sit with the shoulder open, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. So the top of the head is actually on top of your spine. Now I want you to take 10 fingers, put that on top. And so there are actually 4 energy points on the 4 corner. And I want you to just focus on your fingers, and we're going to tap for 30 times. Get ready, go. And then we want to massage again. Again, be very, very grateful for this body, giving all the love and kindness, all the empathy, by the way. Don't judge your body, right? Accept your body as it is. Okay. Now, so that now we're going to move on to another yang energy line. This one we name after the gallbladder. I mean, sorry, this one we name after the bladder. The bladder is the protector for the kidney. The kidney is where you trap all your fear. Okay, so take your two fingers and just massage that, and then massage the forehead. Massage in between your eyebrow, and then massage the forehead. Massage in between your eyebrow, and then massage your forehead. Now we're going to massage this very important point. Energy point is right at the beginning of your eyebrow. You feel a little dimple. Now sit up straight, and then just press down with your index finger. Just press down like you're pinching the water hose. And then put the fingers in between and just squeeze the eyebrow. Massage the three energy points on your eyebrow as if you're squeezing the toothpaste. Now I want you to take the right thumb and put it below the eye bag from the corner to the tail. And very gently massage it with the loving kindness that your body deserves. Left hand side, relieving yourself of all the fear. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of eye exercise, eye yoga. So we'll come back to this another energy point, which is in between the one we just did and the corner of your eye, and you can feel it. It's actually at the opening of your eye on top of the bone. Now I want you to use the thumb to feel it. There's a little dimple there too. Close your eye and just press down with your thumb. Hold it. And let's do some eye yoga. So close your eye, take your eyeball and point it upward. Point it to the left, point it down, point it to the right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, and then go the other way. Right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up. One more time. Right, down, left, up, and then let go. Okay, so this energy point is called the bright eye. And so relieve the pressure on your eyeball. You feel your eyes are quite very bright. Okay, so now we're going to move on to another yang energy line. This one we name after the stomach. The stomach is the protector, for the splint. Okay, the splint is where you store all your anxiety. So we go like this: one time, two time, and three times. And we continue by putting the index finger outside the nostril. This one is called the welcoming fragrance. Press down and then gently push up and then take a deep breath. Come back, push up, come back, push up. Okay, all right. So now we're ready to move on to the hands. Okay, massage the hand, learn to massage the hands. Now, um, the five fingers are actually related to the five internal organs, right? And so we're going to relieve the stress of the fingers by pulling the fingers and then indirectly relieving the stress that are trapped inside our internal organs. One at a time. And then we're going to come back and just massage the joints. Okay. One at a time. Take your time. And now we're going to massage the fingertip. It turns out that the fingertip, the nail, at the corner of the nail, there are two very important energy points. So we're going to take our fingers and just squeeze it like this. Okay, squeeze it like this. Okay, now we're going to massage the hands by using the center of the palm on top of the back of the hand. And then we're going to tighten up the fingers, right? So you're massaging the side of the fingers as well. Now, during winter time, is very important to massage all these extremities, the fingers, the toes, the ears. Okay, make sure you have good circulations. You'd be surprised how many old people die in their sleep during winter. They just have a stroke and no one noticed. All right, so now we're going to work on some energy points. The first one is right here. Okay, so you imagine like there's a little meaty part right here. So put that together. Now this is the lung energy line. This is actually very important for your immunity, especially during the winter. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to work on the opposite of that. So this is the lung energy line. This is the heart energy line, right? So put that together. Now, this and the next one are the ones that is very good if you have problems sleeping, okay, or waking up in the middle of the night. So get ready, go. Okay, now it's the same energy line, but now we're going to focus on in between the pinky and I forgot what this is called, and then come down, and it's right here. Okay, it's right here. So put that together. Go. Okay, now we're going to put the fingertips together. Okay, now the fingertips are very important. If the energy doesn't travel, if there's blockage in your fingertip, then eventually the energy doesn't come back to your brain. So this is actually very important for your brain as well. Okay, making sure that all your energies are traveling freely. So let's get ready. Go. Okay, and then massage your hand a little bit. All right, so every once in a while, regularly, three times, every 3 months actually, right? Either for myself or my mom. I used to do that for my dad as well until he passed away. And I would go to Walgreens to pick up our supply for 3 months. I take metformin because of my diabetes. My diabetes actually comes from the fact that I had a stomach ulcer and operation on that. There's some statistic that says that people who have that operations, um, because you affect your stomach, so therefore you affect your splint energy line, and that causes some imbalance in the splint energy lines is the one that uh, uh, responds for your pancreas. So anyway, all that ultimately I am somewhat pre-diabetic. And so anyway, the point is that when I go to the Walgreens, and the last time I went, and there was an elderly lady in front of me, she literally went to the counter and picked up her medicine in shopping bag. That's how scary it is that our modern science, our doctor had made us into chemical factory basically now, right? Not factory, but chemical anyway. So I'm very I it's not that I reject Western medicine. It's just that I just don't think that they're the total solution that we're looking for. So that's why I spend a lot of time making sure that I have I'm not a zombie. I'm not a walking dead. I supported by chemical. All right, so now we're going to open the shoulder, relax, pointing the 10 fingers in front, lock your elbow now. This is actually very good for circulations. And we're going to use the 4 fingers as spring, hold down the springs with the thumb, wind up the springs, but don't let it go. And get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And I put on my watch too early. All right. So now we're going to learn to do a little bit of scraping. Hang on. For some reason, I have to deal with all that. Okay. Now open your shoulder, stretch out your arms. So this is very good. This exercise and then the subsequent therapy is actually very good if you have carpal tunnel. So we're going to start with this part. Use your knuckle and scrape. And then now we're going to scrape on top of the hand. Okay, we'll scrape the bone. And then we're going to scrape the back of the hand. Now these are all energy lines. Okay, this one is called the triple warmer. And then now we're going to scrape the top part of our palm, scrape the fingers, scrape the thumb, back to the fingers, back to the top part of the palm, back to the back, the top of a hand, on top of the bone, and then the inside. Now the top of the bone is called the triple warmer. Here we have the lung and the pericardium. Okay. And then now the other side. You feel a little bit of electricity. And then sometimes when you scrape the top, especially if you do this the first time, you feel a lot of kinks. And that's indication that the energy is trapped. And then the back of the palm, the fingers, the thumb, back of the palm again, the fingers, back of the hand, on top of the bone, and the inside of your arm. Okay? All right, so now we go from the fingers to the shoulder. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, forming what we call the lotus hand, putting the middle fingers and the thumb together, and then put that on top of the energy point here called gate to the cloud. The back of the hand facing the camera. Get ready? 1. Okay, turn your hand so the back of the hand is facing the camera. Come back. 2. Come back. 3. Come back. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. Now we're going to work on some energy points that are named after the large intestines, which is the protector for the lung energy line. And the lung is where you trap all your sadness. It also happens to be the point where it's a good therapy if you have a recent heart attack or you want to prevent from having a heart attack. Okay. Now it's not that complicated, but basically you feel that turning point here, and you come down, and the first cavity. Use all 4 fingers and just press in, hold it, and then relax. Now, imagine the center of the palm on top of the same energy point, and the thumb reach in front. There's a cavity here. Press down, relax. And then now the fingers reach back. There's a cavity there too. Press down, and then relax. And one last energy point. Same energy line, but now you feel the bone right below the bone. Press in, and then relax. Now, I don't feel that much on this side, but this side hurts. Recently, I have what's called a frozen shoulder. So this side really hurts. So I do a lot more on this side. But it turns out that you actually need to do both sides, even if one side hurts. It creates that balance is important. And then put the palm, reach back, the thumb in front, and then the back of the bone right below. Okay. All right. So these are good energy points. And the two others, one is right here. Okay. So if you fold your elbow, it's right here. Well, imagine you have 3 points. It's the one on the outside. Then you fold your arm, and it's on the cavity right here. Okay. And right here. And then right here. All right, so now we're ready to go back to do some facial massage. Put your hands together, massage the center of your palm, and then put your hands on top of your eye. Feel the heat. Come back. Put that on top of your eyes again. Come back. Put that on your eyes again. And then put that on your temple. Remember I talked about this 3 energy point? One, and then the back of your neck. Massage that. This is very good. And then massage the face. Back to your big brain. The back of the head. And then a little brain. And then come back and massage the face again. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. Okay, open the shoulder. We're going to massage your ears. Divide the ears into 3 parts. First top, put the thumb inside, the index fingers behind. Now the middle part, put the thumb inside, the middle fingers behind. And then the lower part, we put the index finger inside and the thumb behind. Okay, now we're going to massage the back of the ear. Use 2 fingers forming the V. Put that one outside, one in the back, and just massage that. The other side, massage that. Okay, now we're going to use 2 hands. And okay, now the trick is that you're actually doing 3 things. You're massaging the back of the ear, you're stretching the ear, and then as you come off, it's like you're making a popping sound. Okay, now get ready. Okay, second time. One last time. Okay, so let's rest for 1 minute. Then we're going to do the third part. Now, it's been a while since I do Jing with you, so I'm going to do that with you today, okay? So let's just rest for 1 minute. Go back to the restorative. So when you're in the restorative, the 2 things you need to do. One is that you need to pay attention to the inside of your mouth, making sure that it's not dry or bitter. And if it is, close your mouth, put the tip of the tongue on top of between your teeth and your roof of your mouth, and just feel the saliva. That's first. Second thing is that you need to pay attention to your breath after you do a bunch of exercise. You want to make sure that you're not huffing and puffing, and you want to just slow down your breathing. So we're going to do some more stretching exercise. Then we're going to get down to the floor and do the Jing. So people ask me, said, Danny, Jing, is that Qigong? And I think the best answer that I gave was the answer that I gave almost a year ago, I think, here. And I said, yeah, I guess I do. But I do Qigong as a journey, not as a destination. Right? Think about that. What I really do is meditation. Now, I want you to open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. I want you to take a deep breath. Put the fingers together, put that below the belly button. And as you breathe in, I want you to take the body with you, go up. And as you breathe out, I want you to be looking at your hands, okay? Get ready, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch your fingers, lock your elbow. And then as if you're climbing the rocks as you come down, stretch the upper part of the arm. Back, relax again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch as if you're climbing the rocks. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch. And then relax, completely relax. Completely relax. Again, pay attention to the inside of your mouth. Pay attention to your breath. And then lock your fingers again. Palm facing up. Palm facing down. Bring your hands down. Lock your elbow. Stretch your fingers. Eyes forward. Bring your hands up. Make sure your elbows lock, your fingers are locked. And then go up again. And make sure your elbows are locked and your fingers are locked. Now I want you to focus on the lower part of your back. And I want you to stretch the spine from the lower part to the top of the head. And then I want you to lean back, hold it, come back to the middle, stretch, and then lean to the left. Come back, stretch, lean to the right. Come back, stretch, lean to the left. Come back, stretch, lean to the right. Come back, and then relax Focus on the breath. Focus on the inside of your mouth. Now open the shoulder. Put your right hand on your left shoulder. Lean back the forehead so you feel the pressure on your right shoulder. Grab the right elbow. Stretch your spine. And then bring your left arm to the right. Stretch. And then do it the other way. Stretch. And then come back. Focus on your breath. Focus on the inside of your mouth. Close your mouth. Leaving the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Feel the slivers. Now open your shoulder. Relax. Bring your left hand up. Palm of the hand facing the heaven. Right hand, right hand. Put that between your fingers and your palm. Sit up straight. Bring your left hand down. Push out your left elbow. And then use your elbow to bring up your left hand. You feel the stress on your finger and your wrist. Bring it up to the eye level. Without rotating your body, take your left hand and bring it to the right as far as you can. And then come back. And then relax. Right hand. Down. Elbow out. Eyes forward. Elbow up. Feeling the stress on your finger and your wrist. Without turning the body, bring it all the way to the left. And then come back. And then relax. Once again, back to our breathing. Make sure that we're not huffing and puffing. Back to the inside of the mouth, making sure that it's nice and wet. Okay, open the shoulder. Right hand, palm facing the heaven. Left hand, palm facing the earth. Open the shoulder. Push up the sky as if the sky is on top of your palm. You keep pushing until you lock your elbow. Now, as if the earth is coming up to your center of your palm and you push down your left hand all the way down, okay? Keep stretching. All right, so now keep stretching and then now move the right hand in the back and the head to the left. And when you get to your shoulder, keep turning your eye as if you want to take a look at your back and then come back and then relax. Left hand, right hand. Left hand up, right hand down. Okay, so keep stretching and then turn the left hand back, head to the right, keep stretching, eyes keep moving, eyes come back, head come back, and then relax, completely relax. Now we're going to do some stretching. This is called stretching the dragon's spine. Sit up straight, open the shoulder, locking the fingers. Turn the fingers so that the palm is facing the earth and then stretch down until you lock your elbow. Okay, two things. Okay, now the fingers towards the earth and the top of the head towards the heaven. Stretch and then relax. Now locking your elbow. Lift up your hand and then lean back your forehead. And then relax. Come back to the breath. Come back to the inside of your mouth. Okay, so now we're going to do the reverse Buddha. Open the shoulder, relax. Right hand, using two fingers, point that to the lower back. Okay, now lift up your right shoulder and pointing your fingers down, and then relax. Left hand, point your fingers to the lower back. Lift up the left shoulder and pointing your fingers down, and then relax. Back to the breath. Open the shoulder. Right hand, two fingers again. Back of the hand at the lower back. Fingers pointing to the shoulder. Now lower your right shoulder. Point your fingers up. And then relax. Left hand, fingers pointing to the shoulder. Lower your left shoulder and the fingers up. Putting your two hands together, the fingers pointing, touching each other. Lean back your forehead. Okay, so the top of the head is facing the heaven. Right shoulder up, left shoulder down, and then relax. The other way. Okay, now make sure that the top of the head is towards the sky. Left shoulder up, right shoulder down, And then relax. Back to the breathing. Keep checking the inside of your mouth. Make sure it's not dry. Make sure the salivary glands are activated. When your salivary glands activated, then you're 100% certain that you're not in the fight or flight. You're now, in fact, in the rest and digest, which makes sense, right? You can't do any digestion without saliva. Okay, open the shoulder. Palm of the hand, center of the palm touching, the fingers touching. Put that on your lower back, fingers pointing down. Fingers point up. Lift up your hand, push down, push onto your spine. Now I want you to push your palm forward and then open your shoulder. This is called the reverse Buddha. And then relax. Okay. Now we're going to get down to the floor. So we've been sitting for more than an hour now. So we're going to loosen up the knee. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to work on the heel. So right foot forward, heels up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now work on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we work on the toe. Now this is actually very important for the kidney energy line. So anyone who has problem with lower back, that means that you have kidney deficiency. This is a very good exercise if you have problem with lower back. So the way to do that is that we open the shoulder. Open the shoulder meaning that we line up this energy point called the well on the shoulder, a well, with the very bottom of the center of your feet. That's called the gushing spring. Let the spring water rise up to the well. That's what it means. Open the shoulder. Okay? Now we want to focus on top of the head. Stay focused on the top of the head. And as we're pushing the head upward, and now we're standing on the toes. And when we come down, we impact the heel. That's the gallbladder energy line. Sorry, that's a bladder energy line, protector for the kidney. Second time, eyes forward, focus on the top of the head, push, and then down. Push again, and then down. Now we're going to stand on the left foot, focus entirely on top of your head, okay? Entirely on top of your head. 1, come back to the head. 2, come back to the head. 3, come back, okay? Now we're going to stand on the right-hand side, focus on the top of the head. 1, 2, 3, okay? All right, so we're going to do this exercise called the Jing. This is a Qigong exercise passed down by Bodhidharma about 1600 years ago, okay? So this is the beginning of all martial art in China. He was actually, he spent 9 years in seclusion in the Shaolin Temple. So everything you hear about Shaolin martial art came from this. So this actually have 14 movements. The first movement is called the spirit boosting palm. Before you do that, we got to put ourselves into the right posture. So we stand with the feet about the width of your shoulder. But we stand with the shoulder open, so the top of the shoulder lined up with the bottom of the feet. Now we turn the toes inward, and then we lower the knees slightly. This is important because it activates these energy points in the calf. It activates the knee. It activates the thigh. So this basically puts the energy in the right place. Okay, now back, open the shoulder, and relax. Now the first one, focus on the palm. The palm is about right here. You don't have to be like this, just like this. The most important thing is that your mind is at the center palm. So as soon as I say go, you don't go. Instead, you make sure that you're actually focusing on the center of the palm, and then you just push down, okay? This is mental energy. Get ready? Go. And then relax. It's very important that we relax. When we relax, we check the inside of the mouth. If it's dry, we put the tip of the tongue on the roof. Then we check a breath. One breath. Two breaths. Very important to give equal time to the restorative, maintaining that yin-yang balance. Second time, spirit boosting palm, open the shoulder, get ready, go. And then relax. One last time. Get ready, go. And then relax. Now this is energy traveling through your spine on top of your head. So that's why I call spirit boosting. The second one is called Jiwan, pointing to Jiwan. Jiwan is the name of the energy point right here. So we take the thumb, we point it here. We don't need to touch it, just forming the circle. So they let the energy flow like this. Then we roll up the four fingers, and then we focus on the thumb as if you're hanging 2 buckets of water on your thumb, and then you're lifting up the 2 buckets of water, stretching your thumb. So this is obviously good for the energy lines that are originating from your thumb, which are the lung and the large intestine. Hold it, and then relax without lowering your hand, maintaining the energy loop. Second time, roll up your fingers, lift up your thumb as if you're lifting 2 buckets of water, and then relax back to the breath, focusing on the breath. 2 breaths, and then one last time, lift up your thumb, and then relax, lower your hand, focus on your breath. Now the thumb exercise continue. The next one is called the beginner's mind, like the baby. The baby likes to hold the thumb like this. So you take your thumb, you put that below the ring finger, and you roll up your fingers and you squeeze the thumb, you bend the thumb inward, you squeeze the thumb, and then relax. Back to the breathing. Second time, and then relax. One last time, and then relax. Lower your hand. Now the next one, we're taking a deep breath. So you put your hand together like this, put that below the belly button. As you breathe in, you lift up your fist and the body. Okay, get ready. Breathe in. And then relax. Now you bring your elbows together. You focus on your back. The back is the energy line for the bladder, which is the protector for the kidney. So then you just squeeze the back, like you, as if you're cracking the back, and then you relax. Focus on your breath. One breath at a time. Second time, squeeze the back, and then relax. Very important. Making sure your mouth is nice and wet. One last time, squeeze your back, and then relax. Open the shoulder. Lift up your fist above your head. Open your fingers. You feel your blood leaving your fingers back to your heart. Now we're going to roll the fist. Rolling the fist means 1 joint, 2 joint. Lock it with the thumb. Open the shoulder and squeeze. And then open your hands. Relax. This is a very good cardio exercise. It's in fact on the pericardian energy line. Second time, roll your fist. Squeeze your fist. And then relax. One last time, Roll your fist, squeeze your fist, and then relax. The next one is called stabbing the shoulder. So you open your shoulder as if you're grabbing a dagger, but you stab with this energy point pointing to your shoulder. So you open your shoulder, you grab the dagger, and you stab. Now you feel the stress in the back of your neck where the energy point that we were doing, called the wind of the palm of the wind. You feel that, right? Get ready, relax. So this is good for the gallbladder energy line. Open the shoulder again, stab, and then relax. No huffing and puffing, okay? Just very relaxed breathing. One last time, open the shoulder, stab, and then relax. Completely relax. The next one is called a cross. So you open your hands, you relax your wrists, you make a fist, take a deep breath. Now you don't punch. Imagine you have like two poles on the side and you just push, okay? And here we say bang. Bang is like avalanche, pushing the mountain until you cause an avalanche. Second time, wrist, fist, push, and then relax. Back to the breathing. One last time. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. Back to the breathing. Front hanging, okay? Same thing, but in the front, lock your elbow now. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. Okay, as if you're pushing down the wall, okay? Second time. Push. Relax. One last time. Push. And then relax. Hold it. Open the shoulder. Grab the pole. We're going to do a chin up. Pull yourself up. And then relax. Second time. Pull yourself up. And then relax. One last time. Pull yourself up. And then relax. We continue. Fist to the fist. Okay, now as if you're two bow and arrow, and you're opening the bow. Open the bow, use strength in this, okay? Relax. Make sure your mouth is wet, huh? Second time. Open, and then relax. One last time. Open, and then relax. Now, this is called swallowing the dantian. We're going to swallow all the salivas in the mouth all the way to the dantian. Get ready? Swallow. Now we're going to go down. Now this is actually a very important exercise. The trick is that you're maintaining this goat stand. This is called the goat stand, where the toes are pointing inward. Your knees are relaxed. So you're using your calf and your thigh, and then you bend your hand and you look down. But you don't dip your head. You actually parallel to your head. Now this actually exercises your kidney energy. Very important. Now we're going to squeeze the fist 3 times. 1 time, relax. Second time, relax. Third time, relax. Okay, flipped up your hand. Focus on the center of your palm. Breathe in. Breathe out, empty hand. Breathe in again. Turn the palm forward, lower your knee, mind, body together. Push. And then swallow the mountain. And then relax. Now, while you're doing this, focus on the body. Examine every part of your body. Relax. Just feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Then go to another part of the body, feel it, accept it, and let it go. Now we're going to walk back to a sit. We're going to practice 5 minutes of microcosmic orbit, which is another Qigong exercise. This one was invented by the Taoists. Okay. It's interesting that this exercise that we did was brought to us by Bodhidharma, a North Indian yogi about 1600 years ago. This exercise, the Qigong exercise, was invented by the Chinese almost 400 years later. Okay. And it's actually very scientific. So we start with the posture. Again, dividing our body into 7 parts. The first one are the legs. The legs are the pedestal up to the bell. Make sure that it's nice and firm and relaxed. The second part are the hands. Make sure your hands are nice and relaxed, resting on your thigh, on your calf, on your knee, somewhere. Then the third part is the most important part. We first want to rotate the hip forward, lean back the upper torso, focus on the lower back, move up until you feel your neck. Then you, at the top of the head, as if someone grabs the hair on top of your head and just pull your spine towards the ceiling, and then just hang it onto the spine and then relax. The next one is the shoulder. Open that shoulder and then relax that shoulder. Make sure that the gate to the clouds is exposed. Now we're focusing on the head. Lean back the forehead until the ears on top of your shoulder. Tuck in your chin so that the top of the head is facing the heaven again. Relax the eyelid, leaving the tip of the tongue between your teeth and the roof of your mouth. And lean back the upper torso slightly so the weight is entirely on itself. That's the first part. This is called the one pillar supporting the sky. The second part is about the breath. I want you to focus on your belly button. As soon as you're breathing in, I want you to move that focus all the way across the room. As soon as you're breathing out, I want you to move that belly button all the way to the back, as if the belly button is now part of your back, it's collapsing into your back. Breathe in, move forward, breathe out, move back. Now I want you to practice that for 1 minute. This is actually a very good exercise. In the Taoist tradition, this is called preserving the prenatal energy. This is the energy that came from your mother when you're inside of her womb. All that energy that came from your mother, the maternal energy, comes through your belly button. So this is about preserving the energy. Move forward, move back. Move forward, move back. Now, there's a lot of science investigating this technique, this microcosmic technique. And they believe that by using our diaphragm and focusing our breathing on the abdomen, we're in fact exercising the small intestines and creating a lot of ionized hydrogen. So water consists of 2 hydrogen and oxygen. If you remove the hydrogen from the water molecule, it becomes ionized or deionized actually. So you're actually taking a negative ion, a negative electron away from the hydrogen molecule. So now the hydrogen molecule is a very simple one. It's just basically a proton. This is the simplest element of the universe. This is original, the very first element produced after the Big Bang. highly conductive. So now what we want to do is we want to let those deionized hydrogen travel through our spine by using the cavity that are between a left brain and the right brain. So all we have to do is, as we're breathing with the element, we want to guide those conductive particles through our spine. As soon as we know that we're breathing in, we start at the bottom of the spine and go all the way up to the top of the head. As soon as we know that we're breathing out, we start at the forehead and come all the way down to the belly button. Breathe in, go up, take the body with you, maintaining that posture. Breathe out, come down, back to the belly button. So let's just sit for that, like that, for another minute. Up and down. Now we're going to sit for 5 minutes. This technique is called the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. Now it's very important to understand what is the dragon, what is the pearl. The pearl is your breath. The dragon is your mind. But it's a wandering dragon. This means that it's a free dragon. And it's chasing the pearl, not leading the pearl. So this is the key. So I want you to imagine the dragon climbing up your spine as you breathe in. But once you get to the top of the head, I want you to let go of that dragon. As if the dragon's returning back into the cloud. And just wait for the breath. Wait for the breath. Relax. Wait for the breath. And as soon as you're breathing out, the dragon is now chasing the pearl all the way back to the belly button. And as soon as the dragon enters the belly button, it's like it's going into what do we call that? The winter. It's just resting in your stomach, okay? And just let the dragon rest. And this is all your energy now back to your belly button, back to your Dan Ten, the fuel of fire. And just wait for the breath. Wait for the breath. Don't participate in the breath. Just wait for your breath. And as soon as you know that you're breathing in, go up again. So the idea is that you create the space, you look for the space between the in-breath and the out-breath and the out-breath and the in-breath. Focus on that space. Breathe in. Focus on that space. Don't be such a hurry to breathe out. Just let your body breathe out naturally. And after you breathe out, don't be such a hurry to breathe in. Let your body rest. Let the dragon rest into your dantian. And wait for the breath. And as soon as you're breathing in, go back up again. Okay, this is very, very challenging. This is very advanced meditation. 5 minutes, do the best you can. open your eyes. Now, I know many of you, I imagine many of you have electric toothbrush. Have you ever wondered how electric toothbrush works? Or it's just got a motor, it's got a battery, you turn it on, it goes zzz, like this. But how does it get the energy? Because you don't actually plug it in, right? There's no physical connection other than that you just let it sit on a stand. Well, when you let it sit on the stand, it's actually have a transformer. There's a half of the transformer is on the base, and the other half of the transformer is on the handle. And so the energy is actually coupled into the toothbrush and the battery through this magnetic coupling. And that's what we're doing here. That is exactly what we're doing here. That we're sitting properly, providing that our body is like the conduit between the heaven and the earth, and then establishing ourselves as the center of the universe, right? The universe is unbound, so any center is a center. And then we're doing deep breathing with the stomach, let alone that we did so much energy to clear all the passage, right? So as we guide the electrons through the spine, we're letting all the yang energy come together, okay? And then we guide it back down, or the yin energy come down. So this is electrical. Electrical means that there's magnetism. And when there's magnetism, then you're half of the transformer. The other half of the transformer is the universe. So that energy would be coupled into a body as if you're the electric toothbrush. The rest of the energy will couple. And the energy that you feel is actually the energy of the universe. That is the chi. That is the life energy. Without that, you are just a zombie, a walking dead. Okay? That's how important chi practice is. And so we do this, let the energy flow through our body, creating harmony with the universe. Now, of course, we need to do everything else, like the food we digest and our mindset as well, right? If you want positive energy in your body, because you could do the same thing and get negative energy. Energy is energy. So you need to really invest in the positive energy in order to attract the positive energy, more positive energy. And that's where the metta comes in, the loving kindness. The loving kindness, the compassion, the empathy, and then finally the equanimity, the part about letting go. We have a lot of homeless in San Francisco. It's a very unfortunate effect of modern life. Okay? And unfortunately, a big part of them are people who suffer from mental disease. We cannot put people in jail just because they have mental disease. It's just not part of our system. So we can help them, but we can't just take them away from the street like that. A lot of them are drug addicts. Turns out that it's not illegal to consume drug. It's illegal to have possession of drug to a amount that you could be selling. So there are a lot of homeless that are either suffering from mental deficiency or suffering from substance abuse. But then a big part of them is just part of the living in the modern society. They can make a living in the city, but not enough to pay $3,000 or $4,000 worth of rent, right? And so they have to live in temporary housing, and often they have to live on the street. So when you see a person on the street, you can choose to do nothing, drive away, not make eye contact, or you can just wave. That's loving kindness. Or you can generous, give them $1. That's compassion. You can go sit down next to them and listen to the story. That's empathy. But when it's all done, you gotta let it go. You can't let that consume you. All right? So it's all about energy. It's all about positive energy, both from inside and outside. Okay? So with that, we're going to close the class. Open your shoulder 5 times. Get ready. Okay? I'll see you all next week. Thank you, Martha, for being such a good secretary for the group. Okay, providing all the important information. See you all next week. Bye-bye. Keep up the practice.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.